Thanks for opening up the beautiful home that you built. You're welcome. On your own. This was your first house that you have built.
First house in my own builder license. Yep.
Sweet. And you are also currently
I can
Ladera
townhomes up in Sun Rivers. Yeah.
Okay. And how long have you been in a builder? Like, can you give us, let's go right from when you graduated grade 12. What's been your progression into becoming a builder?
Well, there were travels, but I did my business degree at TRU in Kamloops.
And was it It was TRU.
It was. I did graduate
You're not that
from
old.
TRU.
Is it? My brother graduated from UCC.
Yeah. No, I think it might have been UCC when I started, but it was TRU when I finished.
I was like, oh, I don't want to age her.
And then I went to Calgary and was very interested in environmental construction. So I found a company there who did some cutting edge projects, and I got a job in their land development department. So land development is when you take a brand new piece of land and decide where your roads are going to go, where your playgrounds are going to be, your shopping zones are going to be, what type of housing you would build, like townhomes here or single family there.
Like kind of like civil engineering.
Yeah, we have worked with a lot of civil engineers at that position that I was in. So,
and then I'd also think like with the environmental stuff too, natural resource science.
Yeah, I don't remember a lot of working with environmental engineers, but we did have sections in Calgary where we had to do archaeological digs and studies. So we were cautious about the land that we were using.
Right.
But from there, I switched to a different department under the same big company, but it was the builder, one of the builders of this company. And so I was doing sales of new home construction.
Okay.
So I would work with the customers who came in. We had set floor plans that we were working with, but if someone didn't like this or needed to change that, I would be able to redraw the plan for them and customize it to be what they needed specifically, and then help them with their selections or the other features in the house that they needed for themselves. And then I went through the construction process, just monitoring what was being done in the house to make sure it was being built the way that we'd planned it.
So really like very start to like floor plan time to right up until they were into it.
Yep, definitely.
And you kind of did a myriad of different things.
Absolutely. Yeah. I loved it. Loved new home construction. But then decided to go into, there was a life change. So I decided to go into the financing of housing. So I went to work for one of the major banks and was doing mortgage placement or line of credit placement. For about 5 years there. And that was great. I loved working with the financing and learning how to get financing for a home build or a home purchase or a home renovation, or how to take equity out of your home for a big purchase. Yes. That was interesting.
Yes, there's lots of interesting things you can do with equity. They're moving it around and maneuvering it and whatnot.
Definitely.
So did you go into mortgage broking in like getting people mortgages, obviously, but were you find yourself more focused on getting mortgages for new builds, since that was just what you came from?
I was able to keep working for the builder that I'd been working with, and they actually had the company had a few different builders. So I was able to work to help their customers get mortgage financing or home financing for the new builds. But in addition, I had customers who needed financing for all sorts of different reasons.
Okay. And then how many years did you do that for?
I did that for about 5 years, and then moved back to Kamloops where I'd grown up, and was able to start working in Sun Rivers for a builder. We were building 58 single family homes. And so started working with them. And now we're building 89 townhouse units. And throughout the time with them, I have done every position other than there hasn't been a lot of hammer swinging. But a little bit. But
You did some hammer swinging on this one.
yeah, I did some hammer swinging on this one, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But, I've been able to work up there with the budgeting of the home, the design of the homes, the material selection for outside and inside the homes, scheduling, working with all the trades on all their details of what they need to put into the home, and managing that process through to warranty, dealing with any warranty issues that have come through.
So basically just like herding cats and being a jack of all trades.
Yeah,
Jill of all trades.
yeah, more or less. That's been about 20 years that I've been in construction now. And I have loved it. And this is why I, in the last few years, decided to pursue education in high-level environmental builds. So that's where I got my passive house certification.
And then that brings us to present day.
Yeah.
And this home in downtown Kamloops is your first home that you've built on your own. Right?
Yeah.
And you built it
to the passive house standard.
Passive house standard.
Yes, exactly that. So this is now I have my own builder license as well. That's another thing that I got in the last few years.
Yeah.
And so this was the first one. I really want to show builders in Kamloops that they can build these high efficiency homes using the regular products that they would have already been using to build any of the homes they've been using. So, standard stud wood frame walls, standard insulation, all of those details.
So even if you could just fit like maybe budget wise or whatever, if you were a builder or whatever, if you could just do one or two things, you can still improve the efficiency of your house quite a bit by just implementing a couple things.
Exactly.
Instead of making the whole house passive, like it's
the term passive house refers to just the energy use that is needed at the end of the day. So you can do, you wouldn't, there are no methods that are specifically related to passive house. So if I were to choose a couple of things that I thought were the most important, if you were trying to build a house that was higher efficiency, I would choose the design of the house in the sense of its layout, where every time you have a corner on the exterior of your house, you're losing heat. So to have a more simple structure and instead use the materials to add the aesthetic appeal to a home.
So those shoebox houses from the 80s are actually perfect.
They're actually perfect. They're actually perfect.
Yeah, Kamloops classics.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So the design, also windows, every time you put a hole through your wall, you're giving an opportunity to lose heat. So having less windows, but bigger ones, totally fine. Those would be two things that I would do. And then making sure that your insulation wraps your whole structure as much as possible and keeping it airtight.
Right.
Those would be very, the absolute top priorities if you were trying to build a high efficiency home.
Okay. So those are great. Those are great points. And I think like I'll remember those points and I don't remember everything. What was your inspiration for this particular house? Like, when did you kind of know, like, okay, I'm ready to go out on my own and do this? Like, what inspired you, and how did you know that it was time?
Well, when I saw this property had come up, had come available, the walkability of this particular location is incredible.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Downtown, perfect neighborhood.
So it's a fantastic spot for a professional who works at the hospital or the courthouse or anywhere downtown, really, because you easily walk there.
But also you're downtown and you're quick to anywhere.
You're quick to anywhere, absolutely. Yeah. And you can walk to all levels of the kids' school here. Mm-hmm. And I thought it would be a great spot to build a house for a growing family that could enjoy that walkability, but with a basement suite in the basement for mortgage helper, in-laws, anything.
Hospital staff.
Exactly. The hospital staff to be able to offer that extra accommodation was big for me. And then, as I say, I really wanted to show Kamloops builders that they could build this high quality with products that are already available and familiar to them.
Yeah.
And not overly expensive.
Yeah. And you said that your windows, correct me if I'm wrong, are Canadian made?
Yeah, I tried to get Canadian made stuff as much as possible. Yeah.
In the current climate, it is appealing, right?
Yeah. Now, the windows are one thing that weren't
Oh, they were
inexpensive. They were a more expensive item. They're a beautiful triple pane window. For the quality, the value is definitely there.
Yeah.
They're a great price for the amount of quality that you have in those windows.
huge, too.
And they make a huge difference to the comfort of the house.
Yeah.
I won't go too detailed into the building science of it, but cold windows make cold air come through the house and impact people's enjoyment of the space considerably.
Yeah.
So I was very happy to spend the money on those windows.
And you get to enjoy your space a little bit more when you have such a great view.
Yeah, well, one of the
as
things,
well. Like,
one of
it's
the,
pretty epic.
it's important to me that there is a window in virtually every living space in the house.
Yeah.
So that you have the option of not using energy in lighting.
And it feels good, natural.
It does, yeah.
Natural light. That's like one of my biggest things with the house is like it has to have natural light.
Yeah.
I think in closing, I got a few rapid fire questions.
Okay, hit me.
Okay. You grew up in Kamloops.
Yes.
What are so you grew up here as a kid and now you have your own kids.
Yes.
What are your top 3 favorite family activities to do in Kamloops or area?
Okay, mountain biking. Hiking is another great one. My kids are young enough that the splash parks are total hit. There's the pump track as well up in Juniper.
Yeah.
That's super rad. And then wildlife park, especially at Christmas time with all the wildlife. That's very fun. Those would be my top.
If your kids were here and I could interview them right now, what would be their favorite splash park?
McGowan Park, although they just redid it. Yeah. Yeah. So I think McGowan Park.
I actually went this winter. I took my boyfriend's little guy and went and met with some of his other friends and went tobogganing.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, it doesn't look like it's going to be that great at tobogganing. Man, it was awesome.
Oh, totally.
I was like, so it's good in the wintertime too.
But you live up in Juniper. There's amazing tobogganing in Juniper.
I know. Yeah. We just need more snow.
And now the ice rink at Riverside is amazing. Oh, and we love going to Blazers games.
I know. Yeah. They're the best. Especially
and the TRU games. TRU, like basketball and volleyball, those are very fun games.
And you like going to the plays. So I'm sure that you are quite looking forward to
the new Performing Arts.
The new Performing Arts Center.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what are your top 3 places to eat in Kamloops?
Okay. Hello Toast.
Same.
Yeah.
So good. Cayenne in the rain.
Oh, okay. You do cayenne in the rain. Okay. I do Eggs Benny. Mitt's Kitchen, the crispy chicken, the Chef's Club. Oh my God. With tomato soup. Kill me. So good. And then third would have to be gold leaf pastries.
Gold leaf pastries.
Yeah.
For lunch or just sweets or?
I don't care what time of day it is. It's good. Yeah.
Pastries. And then hit the Canadian Tire on your way out. Perfect. And then what neighborhood did you grow up in Kamloops?
I grew up in Sahali, Upper Sahali.
Yeah, because you went to school with my cousin Kirk.
That's right. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Upper Sahali.
Yeah. And then I now live downtown, which was what I didn't expect I would ever live downtown. And I love it.
So you're never leaving downtown?
No, I don't think I am. No, it's got great views.
Yeah, I love downtown too. I like in the summertime, you could just tootle on down.
Oh, the farmer's market.
Farmer's market and music in the park.
Music in the park, another good one.
Perfect. If you could give one piece of advice to anyone who's maybe not a builder, but doing a substantial reno, or maybe thinking about trying their hand, they're handy, trying their hand at contracting their own build, what piece of advice would you give them on building or renoing that they could take with them that would lead to their house having more high efficiency?
So my first answer is don't do it.
I like it. It's honest.
I've been doing this, as I say, for 20 years, and I'm still learning new things. New issues come up that you just can't believe have never come up before. There's so much that go into building a house or doing a renovation. Renovations, it just ends up, you open the wall and you've got more and more and more to do. So that would be my first piece of advice is don't do it. My second piece of advice would be to make sure that you are really managing how the old connects to the new. And I mean that in both aesthetic. Yes, my interior designer, Sally Poppleton, is phenomenal at connecting old to new. But in addition to that, I also mean physically the walls of the construction.
Yeah, the envelope.
Exactly. Yeah. Because we talk about how important airtightness is. And so that break between the old and the new needs to be sealed appropriately. And I would say use an energy advisor. Get an energy advisor in there because...
is that something you do any consulting?
No, I don't do energy advisors. You would get an energy advisor. You can find them online. Okay. Anytime you're doing a renovation that is through the government's greener homes, they need an energy advisor to come in and test your house, and they can tell you what areas of your house you could change for the biggest bang for your buck.
Cool.
Yeah, they're great.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for opening up this house. It is on the market. It is located at, I always mess this up and call it Cowichan, but it's Cowan.
614 Cowan Street.
614 Cowan. And it has a suite in it, and it's 4 bedroom.
4 bedrooms upstairs and another bedroom in the basement, and then an additional 1-bedroom basement suite.
Right. And walkability is unreal, and it is still on the market. And how can people get a hold of you if they were interested in seeing it?
They can give me a call. My number is listed right on the listing, or they can respond into the listing.
Or I guess they could just contact me.
Yeah, they could contact you.
I didn't see that. But you are selling it privately.
Yes,
so,
but
yes,
absolutely, you can bring...
Contact me. I'm not very good. Sometimes I'm not very good at the selling points. So I'm not really salesy.
Yeah.
Not your salesy. Really.
Yes. So if someone was interested in looking at this property, they could respond on the realtor.ca for more information, or they could contact you.
Yeah. I'll whip you through it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Perfect. Thanks, Jayne.
Thanks, Jill.